Feto itself is a very secretive organization.
Most Americans don't know who Fethullah Gulen is.
It's very cartel or mafia-like.
A terror network that attempted to overthrow a foreign government is scamming millions of US taxpayer dollars and buying influence in the state's capital. And it's operating here in the United States. The Fethullah terrorist organization, also known as the Gulen movement in America, is public enemy number one in Turkey following a failed coup attempt in 2016 that killed over 250 people. Their ringleader Fethullah Gulen has lived here in Salisbury, Pennsylvania since 1999, a small town with about 1,000 residents. And I want to find out what this organization is about. Now, we've just arrived at Feto's headquarters in Salisbury, Pennsylvania. You're seeing from the outside, it just looks like a normal retreat, but it's quite secretive, like the organization itself. And you're seeing the gate here. This is just where dozens, maybe hundreds of Feto members reside. And you're seeing this is just like a normal gate, but there's also very heavily armed security guarding this place round the clock 24/7. Now, you could be asking yourself what an organization that claims to be a religious, cultural and educational organization, a charity perhaps, doing with heavily armed guards and also this quite secretive headquarters that they've been running for the past several decades. Feto's compound alone sits on more than 10 hectares of land, and his next door neighbor told us the organization continues to buy more properties in the area. Gulen also spends millions of dollars in lobbying to expand his influence in the US.
It's very cartel or mafia-like in that sense, in that it's very difficult to pin down a formal organization when they're very busy denying it and making donations to people in support of the non-existence of this organization.
Feto is believed to make hundreds of millions of dollars every year through its vast network of schools they run in the United States, and some of that money is used to push through its agenda. Scores of lawmakers from the US have reportedly traveled to Turkey on tours funded by the group in the past in exchange for political favors. But for many American citizens, Gulen's organization is still a mystery.
Most Americans don't know who Fethullah Gulen is, don't know where Salisbury, Pennsylvania is, and don't know any of the backstory about this, not from the policy level and not from the legal level. So that's the first thing to remember from a Turkish perspective, that this issue that is all pervasive and very pressing matter of national security is not on the radar screen for most Americans.
Ankara has long asked Washington for Gulen's return to Turkey, shipping dozens of boxes of evidence. Although officials said the US has been working on the request, his extradition proves to be an uphill battle.
Evidence that have been provided have not proven specific culpability, but organizational involvement. And extradition requires a different standard, that they show individual culpability. But just as Al Capone made sure that he did not have his fingerprints on the various criminal activities that his organization was involved in, I think people running this sort of an enterprise learn to do that. So individual culpability will be very, very hard to prove.
And so, a foreign designated terrorist leader continues to call Pennsylvania home, further growing his influence on American soil. Yunus Paksoy, TRT World, Pennsylvania, United States.